Welcome back to The Grind. In this video, I wanted to take a little time to discuss why I have over 1000% unopened Tier 5 class catalyst crystals or, effective crystals as a 20% Tier 5 class catalyst reward here that I haven't opened. And then the crystals themselves, I have a bunch of 10% nexuses from the event quest and a bunch of 25% randoms, a bunch of randoms in general. And altogether, it adds up to over 1000%. So 10 tier 5 class catalysts. So why on earth would I not be opening these? Well, it comes down to the resource management in a game. And as a free-to-play player, it can be challenging to balance your resources because you can't just purchase any offer that, gets you the next resource that you need. And I'm not saying that it's easy for players who pay, but there is that added benefit that, hey, this is a decent offer. It gives me the resources I need. I'm going to grab it. And as a free-to-play player, it's a lot more challenging to do that because you don't have as easy access to units for the unit offers, and a lot of the offers in-game are cash offers only. So let's go over and take a look at my Tier 5 class catalysts, and I have actually ranked up a lot of champions lately to rank 3, so I have used up a bunch of them, but I currently have a mutant and I'm close to another one. I'm close to forming a science. I'm halfway on a skill, and then I've used up my tech and mystic, and I've got 2 cosmic. Now, once I form a third, it's going to go into my overflow, and then the clock is ticking and I have to use it if I don't want to waste that precious resource. So if I opened up all my crystals, there would be a bunch in overflow, and I would have to rush a rank up that I otherwise wouldn't or wouldn't want to do, whether it's because I'll pull the champion I really want to rank up, or they're not awakened yet and I have to guess which one is going to be awakened first, which is impossible. But let's just say I decided, screw it, let's take Icarus up to rank 3. I wouldn't, first of all, even have enough tier 4 class catalysts to do that without opening crystals. And then if I opened the crystals and did it, and then I pulled Null or Hercules, then I wouldn't have the tier 4 class catalyst to rank them up, and probably wouldn't even have the ISO for a while to rank them up either. Now, with resources in the game, you go through these different stages as you progress on which resource is going to be the hardest one for you to acquire, or which one you're always short on. And as I was trying to get to Thronebreaker after I returned to the game, trying to progress and get through Act 6, and then when Act 7 came out, start completing that stuff, I was pushing towards that goal of Thronebreaker, which required a rank 3 6-star champion, and therefore I was doing everything I could to gain these tier 5 class catalysts, and it was taking a long time because of the stage in the game I was at. It was harder to acquire them, and because I hadn't started building up the resources for them yet. And once I finally got that tier 5 class catalyst, there was still a need for more because I had pulled several champions within that time that I would have liked to take up to rank 3. And so it was still a bit of a push for, I need more of the tier 5 class catalysts. But soon after, the champions that I needed or wanted to take to rank 3 became less on my account. I didn't have as many on my account, and I needed to get the right champions. So I'm in that stage now where there are a couple champions that I would like to tank to rank 3, but wouldn't really necessarily change the impact on my account at this point. Like Colossus would be a great one to have at rank 3, but I don't really feel like there's a current need for him, but he is definitely on my list for next rank 3 mutant. But there are other champions that I would rather have to take to rank 3, and for the last several months, over half a year, maybe even closer to a year, there's been always this need for the right champions. And when I got the right champions, I had the tier 5 class catalyst to rank them up. And that was more the thing, is I was waiting for the right champion. And now I'm finally at a point where there's a couple champions that I have and I want to take to rank 3, but I don't have the tier 5 class catalysts for. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is one of the major bottlenecks for me, I don't think it's just a free-to-play player issue, but I think that it maybe is harder for free-to-play players in general, is tier 4 class catalysts. That's always a hard thing. So, for example, if I wanted to take a champion, cosmic. If I wanted to take another cosmic champion up, if I can find one here, I am very low on the cosmic, and I'm very low on the science, as well as I'm just low on a lot of things. I do have some unopened, so I can open them up, but that's a big factor in balancing my resources for how I want to rank champions up. Now I'm at a point, as I mentioned, that there's champions I really do want to take up. Immortal Abomination, I want to take to rank 3. As you can see, that would take up all my tier 4 class catalyst, and I don't have a tier 5 class catalyst formed. There's also a skill champion that I've decided now after the recent awakening and playing with him more, I would like to have him at rank 3, and I don't have the skill tier 5 class catalyst to rank him up. And then when you look at that, you're saying, hey, like, you've got the champions, open those crystals. The problem is, you saw I have 2 already cosmics, and I don't have any cosmic champions that I want to take to rank 3. Now, Icarus is new. He's better awakened. I'm going to play around with him a little bit more, but I just don't feel like he has the stuff that my roster needs. Then other champions like Red Goblin, he's okay unawakened. He's good. He's fun. But he's a big investment to take to rank 3, especially unawakened, because he does benefit from having the awakened ability. And then the same goes for Terrax and for King Groot and for Captain Marvel movie. Those are all champions that I would consider for rank 3, but all of them I would rather have awakened for such a big investment, especially if you don't have excess of the tier 4 class catalyst and ISO. So now I've come to that point where, I need to make the decision, do I want to overflow on the cosmic class in order to rank up the champions I want to rank up now? And I've decided that I would be okay taking up someone like King Groot or maybe Terrax or, any of these necessarily unawakened. The problem is to use the tier 5 class catalyst, I have to have a bunch of tier 4 class catalysts. And if I wanted to take one of these champions up to rank 3, I wouldn't have the resources to do it. But thankfully, that is hopefully going to be a later problem. But right now, what I want to do is take up Immortal Abomination to rank 3. And so I'm going to have to dip into my crystals. And I could go for the guaranteed class specific ones, or I could open the random ones and play my luck. And I'm not sure what I will do. I'll probably open some of the random ones first and see how the spread looks. And then depending how close I am to forming it, maybe I'll open up some of the more guaranteed ones like the Nexuses here and see if that can get me to the forming the crystal. But I want to save as much of the guaranteed crystals like this one, for example, for situations where, for example, if new content that is coming gets me to form all the catalysts I need to take a champion to rank 4, then I want to have the catalysts necessary, and I might need to use those guaranteed pulls on the class that I'm looking for. I just wanted to make this quick video. Let me know what your thoughts are on this issue, on what your struggle has been lately, your situation in the game. What resource do you struggle with most? And I hope to hear from you, and I hope to see you in the next video.